Have you ever wanted to go to the Maldives but weren't quite sure how to get there or what all it would entail? Well, we are here to teach you the top 5 things on what it takes to travel to the Maldives. Tip number 1, Maldives, it's a misconception that it's easy to get to. It takes quite a bit of planning. It is a pretty far place to go to. For instance, our travel time from Los Angeles to the Maldives took about 28 hours to get there. However, it's worth it. Tip number 2 is to make sure you understand the airports that you're going to and the length of the layovers, because getting to the Maldives is not very simple. There's usually one main airport you fly into that you will have a layover anywhere from a couple hours up to 10 hours. When you get to Malé, then you might have another layover to get onto your seaplane or your speedboat to get to your resort. And during these layovers, make sure you pick a airport that has something to do during these long layovers. Some have better restaurants and shops. At least it gives you something to do. So remember, when you're planning this, make sure you take all these into account. Before we get to tip number 3, comment below how many islands you think the Maldives are made up of. Tip number 3. Once you get into Malé, it's important to know that the Maldives is made up of almost 1,200 islands. So this is important to understand the travel time with your speedboat or seaplane to get to your resort. Tip number 4, speaking of seaplane, this is another hidden cost that you may not have been aware about, but your resort can help you arrange a seaplane or a speedboat to get to your island. And this is an additional cost that the hotel can help arrange and take care of for you. For instance, our trip, we took a seaplane and it was about $250 a person round trip. So these seaplanes operate on demand, not on a set time schedule. So that could be additional delay in your travel. And note, the airport does not have any lights, so it does close at 5 p.m. So there is a chance you might have to arrange a hotel in Malé. Tip number 5. Understanding that it takes quite a bit to get to the Maldives, it's important to note you don't have to bring a lot of cash with you. These resorts work on credit card. You give the credit card to the front desk and you charge it to your room. Well, there you have it, the top 5 tips that we have for you for traveling to the Maldives. Remember, it is not that easy to get to. It does take quite a bit of time, but it shows you how to get from point A to point paradise. Be sure to subscribe down below to learn more about our upcoming adventures and teaching you more about the Maldives and the fun activities there are to do. But until next time, life's an adventure. Who are you going on it with?